Emma, can you please come and look at my plant? I think it is dying. I feel so bad.
Of course, David. Let me see. Oh, you are right. This little guy does not look very happy. What happened?
I don't know. 1 week ago, it was beautiful and green. Now the leaves are yellow and everything is drooping. I gave it water, but it did not help.
Watering can be tricky. Sometimes giving a plant water is not enough. You need to give it water in the right way and at the right time.
I thought I was doing it correctly. I just pour some water on it every few days. Is that wrong?
It can be. Don't worry. Many people make the same mistake. We can probably save it. It just needs some special attention and a better watering plan.
Really? You think we can save it? That would be amazing. I don't want it to die.
Yes, I think so. First, we need to be plant detectives. We need to look for clues to understand what the plant needs from us.
Plant detectives? I like that. Okay, what are we looking for? What are the clues?
First, let's look closely at the leaves. You said they are yellow. Are they dry and crispy? Or are they soft and mushy?
Let me touch one. This yellow leaf feels a little soft, but this other leaf, this brown one at the edge, feels very dry. It's confusing.
That is a very important clue. Soft yellow leaves often mean too much water. Dry, brown, crispy leaves often mean not enough water. Your plant might have experienced both.
How is that possible? Too much and too little water. I feel like I am a bad plant parent.
No, you are not. It is a common problem. Maybe you let it get very dry, and then you gave it a lot of water to fix it. This can shock the plant.
That is exactly what I did. I forgot to water it for a while. Then I saw it looked sad, so I gave it a lot of water yesterday.
I understand. That explains the mix of symptoms. The next clue is the soil. We need to check the soil.
Okay, how do we check the soil? Do I just look at it? It looks dark and wet on top because I watered it yesterday.
The top can be deceiving. We need to know what is happening deeper in the pot. Can you stick your finger into the soil? Go down about 2 inches or up to your second knuckle.
All right, I am putting my finger in. Wow! It is wet on the very top, but just a little bit below, it is completely dry. It feels hard and dusty.
That is our biggest clue. This is a classic sign of a very thirsty, underwatered plant. The soil is so dry that it has become compact. It is not absorbing the water properly.
So, when I poured water on top, the water just ran down the sides of the pot and out the bottom? It didn't actually go to the roots?
Exactly. This is called hydrophobic soil. The soil is so dry, it actually repels water instead of soaking it up. The plant's roots are still thirsty, even though you watered it.
That makes so much sense now. So the plant is not getting any of the water I give it. What do we do? Do I just add more and more water?
No, that is not the best way. We have a much better method that will make sure the water gets right to the roots. First, let's quickly check the roots.
Check the roots? Do I need to take the whole plant out of the pot? I am scared I will break it.
We have to be very gentle. It is important to check for something called root rot. This can happen if the plant was sitting in too much water before it got this dry.
Okay, I will be careful. How do I do it?
Tip the pot on its side. Gently tap the bottom and sides of the pot to loosen the soil. Then try to slide the entire plant out in one piece. Hold the base of the plant stem.
I am trying. Okay, it's coming out. There, I have it out. The roots look like a big ball of dirt.
Good. Now look closely at the roots. Are they white or light brown and firm? Or are they dark brown, black, and mushy? Do they smell bad, like old, wet soil?
They are mostly a light brown color. They feel dry, but not mushy or smelly. I think they look okay. Is that good news?
That is excellent news, David. It means we do not have root rot. The roots are healthy, just very, very thirsty. We can definitely save this plant. Let's put it back in the pot gently.
Phew. I am so relieved. The roots are healthy. So, what is this special watering method you mentioned?
We are going to use a technique called bottom watering. It sounds complicated, but it is actually very easy and much better for a plant in this condition.
Bottom watering? You mean we put water in the bottom of the plant? How does that work?
Yes, exactly. Instead of pouring water on the top of the soil, we let the plant soak up water from the bottom. The soil and roots will pull the water upwards through capillary action.
Like a sponge? The soil will act like a sponge and drink the water it needs?
That is a perfect way to describe it. This method ensures that the entire root ball gets evenly hydrated, from the bottom all the way to the top. It also encourages the roots to grow down deeper, which makes the plant stronger.
That sounds much better than what I was doing. What do we need to start?
We just need a container that is a little bigger than the plant pot. A deep saucer, a bowl, or even the kitchen sink would work perfectly.
Okay, I have a large plastic bowl that should be the right size. What do I do now?
Great. The first step is to fill the bowl with a few inches of water. We want the water level to be about a quarter or a third of the way up the side of the plant pot.
So, not too much water in the bowl, just enough to cover the bottom of the pot.
Exactly. Now, take your plant in its pot and gently place it in the center of the bowl of water. Make sure your pot has drainage holes in the bottom. This method will not work without them.
Yes, it has holes. I can see them. Okay, the plant is in the water. Now what happens? Do we just wait?
We just wait. You might see some air bubbles coming up from the soil. That is a good sign. It means the dry pockets of soil are filling up with water.
I see them. There are little bubbles. This is actually really cool to watch. It feels like I am really helping the plant now.
You are. You are giving it a long, slow drink, exactly the way it needs it. This is so much more effective than a quick shower from the top.
This is great. So, how long do I leave the plant sitting in the water? A few minutes? An hour?
That is a very good question. The time can change. It depends on how dry the plant was and the size of the pot. For a plant this thirsty, I would say we should check it in about 20 minutes.
And how will we know when it is finished drinking? Will the plant tell us?
In a way, yes. The soil will tell us. You will see that the top of the soil starts to look dark and feel damp. When the top surface is moist, you know the water has traveled all the way up through the pot.
So, I should just touch the top of the soil to check?
Yes, that's the best way. It could take 20 minutes, or it might take an hour. We just have to be patient. Also, what kind of water are you using?
I just used regular cold water from the tap. Is that okay?
It is usually fine, but room temperature water is always better. Very cold water can shock the plant's roots, so next time, let the water sit out for a little while before you use it.
Okay, it has been about 30 minutes. I am touching the top of the soil now, and it feels moist. Not wet, but definitely damp.
Perfect. That means the plant has had enough to drink. It has absorbed all the water it needs for now. We can take it out of the bowl.
Do I just lift it straight out? It feels much heavier now.
Yes, that's all the water it soaked up. Lift it out and hold it over the bowl for a moment. We want to let any extra water drain out from the bottom holes.
Okay, I see some water dripping out. Why is this part important?
It is a very important step. We want the soil to be moist, but not soaking wet. If the plant sits in a puddle of water, the roots cannot get any air, and this can lead to the root rot we talked about earlier.
Oh, I see. So after bottom watering, always let it drain completely. For how long?
Just for a few minutes until it stops dripping. Then you can put the plant back in its decorative pot or on its saucer. The plant looks much better already, doesn't it? The leaves are starting to perk up.
It really does look better. I can't believe it. The stems are not drooping as much. Thank you, Emma. So, how do I stop this from happening again? What is the right schedule?
You are welcome. The key is not to have a strict schedule like every Tuesday. The best schedule is to water the plant when it needs it, and the plant will tell you when it needs water.
So, I need to become a better plant detective and look for the signs again.
Exactly. The easiest way is the finger test we did earlier. Every few days, just stick your finger into the soil. If the top 1 or 2 inches of soil feel dry, it is time to water.
So, if it feels dry, I should water it. If it still feels a little bit damp, I should wait another day or two and check again.
You've got it. That is the secret to happy plants. It is always better to wait one more day if you are unsure. Overwatering is a much harder problem to fix than underwatering.
That is a great tip. Check the soil, don't just follow the calendar. That makes sense because sometimes my house is warm and sometimes it is cool. That probably changes how fast the soil dries.
It absolutely does. The amount of sunlight, the humidity, the time of year, all these things affect how thirsty your plant is. So you just have to learn to listen to your plant.
I feel so much more confident now. So I will do the finger test, and when it's dry, I will use the bottom watering method again.
That is a perfect plan. You don't have to bottom water every single time, but it is a great way to give it a deep drink every 2 or 3 waterings. For regular watering, you can just water from the top.
When I water from the top, how do I do it correctly?
Water slowly and evenly all around the base of the plant. Keep adding water until you see it start to come out of the drainage holes at the bottom. Then stop and let it drain completely. Never let it sit in a saucer full of water.
Okay, that is clear. Water thoroughly, but let it drain. No more little sips of water every day.
Correct. Deep, infrequent watering is much better than shallow, frequent watering. It encourages strong roots. You are doing great, David. This plant is going to be very happy with you.
I hope so. It might take some time for the yellow leaves to get better, right?
Yes, be patient. Some yellow leaves might fall off, and that is okay. Look for new, healthy green growth. That will be the sign that your plant is recovering and thriving. You've learned a lot today.